Well, Jeffrey, with your last video, I didn't see it until I posted a short video clip of me hanging out with Annika for the day. So, I will answer it. It's a can of worms, though. What is a law? To me, that goes along what is right, what is wrong. A lot of people say, oh, there's a clear-cut definition. And I say, no, there's not. How it is what is good for one person is not always good for another person. What is good for one community is not always good for another community. What is good for one nation is not good for another nation. What is good for one cultural system of beliefs is not good for another cultural system's beliefs. And where we can see that is evident is where two cultures, two cities, two groups of people, two families, two people collide. Nobody does anything unless they feel that's something they want to do. Anything, you can take anything. For example, like take killing. You say, oh yes, killing's bad. This goes along the lines of, what about capital punishment? We're doing that. Somebody somewhere thinks that's a good idea. That's just. To kill a killer. I don't personally, but if somebody broke into my house, threatened my family, I'd kill him. I would kill him, and it would be the best damn thing because it would hurt. What it boils down to is what helps or what hinders you. If something helps you achieve your goals, it's a good thing. If something hinders you from reaching your personal life goals, that's a hindrance, that's a bad thing. If somebody's going to break into your family, kill them, hurt them, they're a hindrance. It is okay to nullify that hindrance. Society agrees because if they hurt your family, it hurts part of society, like our society. People on the other side of the planet can care less because we're over here. Somebody gets killed here, it doesn't make their news. So it's neither. But if we go into somebody else's back door and start killing their people, they think that's bad and they think it's good to kill us. Like in Afghanistan, if we're shooting people there and we accidentally bomb their wedding, that'll create 10 teenagers who survived that bombed wedding who think it's okay to kill America because we're fucking them up. They think it's okay to fuck us up because we are hindering them, but it's helping us, so we think it's a good, they think it's a bad. And that's what it boils down to, is helping or hindering. And personally, I don't believe in anybody else's rules. Nobody else's rules qualify except my own. I'm going to turn on the AC. Nobody else's rules. But see, what that means though is I live by my own rules. And my own rules are pretty much my own life goals, my life plans, what helps them, what hinders them. I am a just, upright citizen because that helps me achieve my goals. If I did things, like if I had goals and I did things outside the law, I'd end up in jail, and none of my life goals can be achieved from inside jail. So that's why I obey the law. Copyright laws, a lot of people used to think that libraries were a breach of copyright laws back in the day, back when technology was libraries. But a lot of politicians said, hey, they're lending it. You can't copyright ideas. You can't copyright thoughts. You can't copyright these things. They're just spreading throughout the universe. And I believe that about music. A song. Songs used to be cultural. Artists used to only get paid for a performance. If a bard came to your town and sang a song, and all the kids sang it for years to come, he didn't get paid a single dime, but he got paid, fat paid, for being a performer. He had to know how to juggle, he had to know how to do tricks. That's what an artist is. A performer. They are not a wellspring of ideas. I mean, they're not an oil well, you know, they don't just sit there producing. They just do it once and they expect to get paid forever for it. I don't agree with that. That's getting paid for an idea. You got to market that idea. I mean, yeah, a lot of work goes into movies. A lot of work goes into it. But they make a shitload of money. and it's pretty much marketing ideas and dreams. Movies are questionable. Music, I say you need to be a performer. If you're not a performer, you shouldn't. That's where the money comes from, is performing. For writers, yeah, they have to make money off their books. Or else they won't make money. But they do. They still do. And I think things need to adapt with technology. People are going to watch it. And there's ways to make money. There's still a thriving movie industry. They make billions and billions of dollars. They've reached record numbers in the last couple of years, like Inception and things like that. They're not hurting. I think it's the same. It's the same argument that's been said about books. It's the same argument that's been said about VCRs. It's the same argument that's been said about CDs and DVDs and all these tape decks. But what it boils down to is ideas. They spread. And in the upcoming world, they're going to spread tremendously. That is powerful. Oh, I need to go the other direction. Technology is reaching a point where it's going to be saturated. In our lifetimes, things are going to be incredibly more advanced than they are now. You're seeing it with internet. Since we were kids, we didn't have internet. In the last 10 years ago, we didn't have Google. It's going to change things. It's going to change. You either got to grow with it, which the entertainment industry isn't, or you got to grow with it or die. Cable television, I see the writing on the wall. Pretty much the only thing we're eventually going to be good for is internet. Cable TV, nobody likes commercials. Commercials are horrible. And whenever nobody's paid us for the last 100 years for watching commercials. Well, let's say 60 years. Nobody's paid us for all the commercials that have been crammed into our eyeballs. Nobody's paid us for those. Instead, they take money from us and give us an inferior product. And I completely hate commercials. And I believe DVR's changing it. I believe being able to just watch the DVDs you want is changing it. Personally, it's a hindrance. I want to go back to that idea because that is something I believe strongly in. In parts of the Bible, it's okay if there's an invading army, if you're in a war or something, to take all their women and rape them and make them your own slaves and stuff. People used to think that was okay. They're like, I captured all these women, I killed all their men, their land's mine, their women's mine, their property. By God, I can rape them if I want to. Cultures have changed. Women have rights now. We've given them that. And I think that's a good thing because that's more people in the world who the help hindrance problem is there for. I mean, there's more dreams in the world because women have rights. And I believe in a world, my own personal goal is I want to see a world where people are happier, where people's dreams come true, where people can do amazing things. That's the world of the awesome. And in that world, there's less hindrances. In that world, there's more helping. So that means there's less killing. There's less stealing. I mean, to me, if I were to steal from you, I take something from you. Pirating, you pretty much say, hey, here, check this out, copy it down, now we both have one. You spent your money on this material and you took something of mine and we just copy-pasted. We both own all this stuff, we're just transferring ideas. That's all that's getting transferred is an idea right there. I'm just spewing this out. But the Dalai Lama posted 18 rules to live by. One of those rules, the current Dalai Lama, one of those rules is learn the rules so that you know how to break them properly. In my life, when I see a stupid rule, I obey the spirit of law, pretty much. If there's a rule that I see that hinders me and helps no one else, fuck it. That's a stupid rule. That's helping no one. It's just there for bureaucracy's sake. Somebody thought it was a good idea. That's the way I see it. So, chew on that, and we'll continue this discussion. I like this. 10 minutes.